Hi everyone. Wow, wow, wow. It has been an age since I've jumped on live. Now I know I'm doing this Friday afternoon. Everybody's probably working, but I wanted to do it anyways. I haven't done live in forever, and this full moon in Aquarius is particularly intense. I think for a lot of people, I think what it represents, the disintegration and completion of so many deeply ingrained patterns so that we can really take on these new ideas and visions and create healthier belief systems for ourselves. So I wanted to jump on. I haven't done this in forever, and I want to do guidance for each zodiac sign with this full moon energy, guys. And please, if you're new to this, please check your rising or your ascendant, your moon, and your sun sign. So it's not just one or the other, just so you have a complete idea of everything. Hey guys, I miss you guys so much too. So let's jump in here, guys. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for watching. If this serves you, if this resonates with you, please like or subscribe or comment down below. We're going to go through all 12 zodiac signs and just take the guidance that comes through for this full moon. What we're being guided to complete, to release, to let go of, to kind of come full circle. So I know a lot of people have been feeling a lot of that contention, old shit just coming back to our minds, very vivid dreams. You're not alone. Okay, so we're going to start with Aries and just see what this full moon's guidance. When I say guidance, I'm connecting with what you might call the higher ups. You know, it might be archangels, the divine, the creator in some way, my higher ups, just to get guidance and see what comes through. All right, let's get started. Just going to center myself really quickly. I hope you guys do too. Ooh. All right. All right, Aries. That's my moon, so let's get started. The Wheel, the Magician, the Five of Swords, the Renewal card, all three of them major arcanas. Eight of Cups, Page of Coins, Five of Cups, Queen of Coins. Wow, Aries, this is a real big shift time for you, and a shift that you yourself are initiating. I love the Wheel of Fortune because while it's kind of like a band-aid rip in a new direction, it's something that needs to happen. It's fresh air, it's successful beginnings, and you're initiating it, Aries. You're like, you know what? I got to switch this boat around. I'm going to just go 90 degrees, 180 in another direction because this is not really working for me. You have it with the Five of Swords and the Renewal card. Whenever you have the Five of Swords, it's just been this perhaps negative or critical mental space or even physical space or even people or environments that are just not healthy for you anymore. There are situations that haven't been serving you, that are not serving you, and the universe is asking you to let those go. Those can be old friendships, and I know that's hard. When it doesn't resonate anymore, honey, it doesn't resonate anymore. That can be having boundaries with certain family members or releasing certain relationships, or even romantically. They could have been long gone, but they created a negative mental space. We all have baggage. We all have conditioning from our childhood, from those toxic relationships. And when I say relationships, all kinds. And it's really put us in a mode. Maybe we stay defensive. Maybe we face not vulnerable areas. Come on. And we're done with this. You have the Renewal card. It's time. You sat down and kind of evaluated and reviewed, like, all right, this is my past. This is where I'm at now. Maybe I'm doing really freaking good, but I recognize that old trust issues or old pain or that negative thinking or that critical thinking, it's just sucking me dry. And it's really inhibiting my progress in this new direction that I want to go. Maybe I want to be a vulnerable person, a happy person, an emotionally free person. And so this is going to have to go. And it's not a bad thing. It's time to move in new directions, huge new directions. I'm super excited because with the Wheel and the Renewal card, honey, you are moving up and forward in really uncharted territories, but exciting ones, really exciting ones. You have it with the Eight of Cups and Page of Coins. You're moving forward from old emotional lessons, Aries. And it's not just recognizing the lesson in the experience, it's embodying it. Now it's walking the talk, right? If we want to move forward because we know we deserve more, we're worth more, there's more to life than this, you know, we have to not just have the knowledge, because there's a difference between knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge is like, I know that's bad, but I still do it. And wisdom is, I've lived this. I don't need that anymore. and now you're walking that talk in order to move forward, and you're learning the skills and the techniques and the tools that work for you, Aries, so that you can let go, so that you can find more depth and meaning in life, in your pursuits, in your relationships, in your spirituality. You have it with the Five of Cups and the Queen of Cups. And Aries, honestly, how did you learn that? Through disappointments. The wise people don't learn things because they got everything right. They learned it because they didn't. I don't want to say it's wrong, but we had some trials. Things did not work out the way they want. Maybe we wanted that perfect childhood. Maybe we wanted that first marriage to work out wonderfully. Maybe we thought we were raising our kids right. Whatever. We all got something. Things may not have worked out the way you've hoped. But instead of looking at like, oh, this didn't work out, it's about how can I ascend now emotionally? How can I care for myself more in an authentic way? How can I be more loving and empathetic? How can I now move to the next levels of my relationships from a place of self-love, of respect, of reciprocity too, Aries? This is a beautiful full moon, and you really are releasing some heavy things, honey. So be very compassionate with yourself, because once you drop this anchor, honey, like boom, makes it sound like if you drop an anchor, you're gonna get stuck. Once you drop this weight, you're going to fly in directions that are really exciting and really where you want to go. So don't be afraid of the unknown, Aries. You're definitely not that energy. But sometimes when we don't have control of situation, we can be a little resistant. Just flow with it. It's a beautiful full moon. All right. And for Taurus, if anybody who watches Slater does timestamps, thank you. I'm so grateful to you. All right, Taurus. Let's see what this new moon energy, the guidance, what you're releasing, what it's holding for you. Take a deep breath and center yourself. All right, Taurus, Two of Coins, Ten of Swords, Eight of Cups, Page of Swords, 10 of Coins, 3 of Coins, Ace of Swords, and the Hierophant. All right, Taurus, I like this because this has a lot to do with your work, your stability, how you're creating, right? It's such an earth sign thing. But the Two of Coins is with the 10 of Swords, Taurus, you're moving from working harder to working smarter. Now, yeah, there are times when we feel there's a lot on our plate, and that's what you're feeling like probably the past week to 2 weeks, Taurus. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of shift. There's a lot of responsibilities and things you got to meet between work and family and responsibilities. But when you have it with the 10 of Swords, universe is like, you're giving these new opportunities in career and finance and responsibility, not to do it the same way that duties, but also integrate the healthier aspects of this. Now, when you have the Eight of Cups with this, you want more meaning in your work, Taurus. And I really apologize if my Wi-Fi is wonky, pardon me. But you want more meaning in your work. It's no longer enough to be an 8 to 5 job. It's no longer enough to just pay the bills. It's no longer enough to have a fat paycheck with not enough meaning. And this is what this full moon's about. The vision you have for your life, for your career, for your legacy. How do you want to implement this? How do you want this to fulfill you? How do you want to be of service? You have the Page of Swords. So with the 10 of Coins, there's going to be lots of opportunity, Taurus, to try new challenging jobs or careers, to take on new contracts that might be pretty blunt and honest with your limitations and where you need to go. But this is not a bad thing. You need to grow a little bit more in terms of your thinking, the bigger, broader vision. How can I be more logical? How can I work in a way that's more authentic to myself to create that stability and still grow? You're not meant to stay in a safe zone, Taurus. You're meant to actually expand mentally. It's not just about education. Intelligence and education are not the same thing. I worked for a university for years. Let me tell you that. Not the same thing. But you're being guided to be curious and to try to streamline procedures and try to look at the macro perspective and how can I move this logistically to help and serve. You're coming into a wonderful time of financial stability, financial growth, teamwork, bringing up and out your true skills and really growing professionally and creatively and naturally, personally. This is incredible. It's not just a job, it's a career, it's a path, it's a purpose, it's a legacy. Ace of Swords with a Hierophant, these new ideas that you're having, this inspiration that you're having, Taurus, it's not just random. Is it going to be a little bumpy in the beginning? Of course. If you ride a bike for the first time or you swim for the first, you're going to find your legs, right? But doesn't mean not to pursue this. And you have it with the Hierophant. So you're building with like-minded people and infrastructures and groups and perhaps companies or collaborators who share your same viewpoint, not to keep you small, but it's like your vision. They're sharing this with you so you can actually grow and have foundations. This is beautiful, I think, Taurus, because you're really stepping into the creative aspects of yourself and really trusting yourself a lot more, and wanting more, not just the financial security. You want the emotional fulfillment as well. This is fantastic, Taurus. I'm really excited for you. Congrats on any new opportunities. All right, Gemini. Let's see. Again, guys, I really apologize for any kind of Wi-Fi outages. It's just been, I'm in a new area and just the connections here, this is going in and out. So I was really wary to do a live stream as a result, but I said, let's go for it. All right, Geminis, let's just take a deep breath. Ground out, and let's see what this full moon guidance has for you. Ooh, it came all together. Okay, everyone's getting the Eight of Cups so far. Hi. So let's see, Gemini. Eight of Swords, the World. King of Swords, the Sun. Eight of Coins. Nine of Swords. Six of Cups. Four of Swords. Eight of Cups. Nothing is here for all the signs so far. Let's see if it sticks. All right, Gemini, this is really about stepping up and past your mental insecurities, your lack of confidence. Now, hear me out before you say anything, but the Eight of Swords is when we feel stuck or trapped in some way, and you're really not. You're really not. It's more about our mental. We think based on our limited thoughts that I'm stuck. Money is limited or opportunity is limited or travel or space of some form, but really it's an illusion. I love the Eight of Cups. I mean, Eight of Swords, because it's always like this vision of this woman with a rope tied around her ankle, but the rope's not tied off to anything. Like she's just wrangling herself in. And you have the World card. It's no more playing small. No more waiting till you have all your ducks in a row. No more waiting until you have the right certificates or the right collaborations. You have the World card. You've completed your cycle in this aspect of growth, and you have it with the King of Swords. It's now time to stand, Gemini. Stand in your power, in a place of professionalism. You have this ability to lead others, to delegate mentally and emotionally, balance themselves in some way, to speak. You have so much to offer, Gemini, but how are you going to serve others, teach others, lead others, inspire others if you're afraid to kind of put yourself out there? Nobody wants to be wrong. Nobody wants to fail. No one wants to feel stupid. I get that. But everyone who's ever done something great has wobbled along the way. And you have it with the Sun. This is incredibly happy outcomes because you have faith in your vision and dream. Maybe you want to start a business. Maybe you want to push forward in the music industry. Maybe you want to be the CEO or a company owner, but you're like, what if I can't lead? What if I don't say things right? Whatever. You're meant to stand. You're meant to lead. And this is swords. This is your element. You're intelligent. You're sharp. And this is not about lording it over people or micromanaging. This is about being diplomatic in a way that helps you to lead others while you still grow. You have the Eight of Coins here and the Knight of Swords. Don't be afraid to continue learning. We're always a student, Gemini, always, in every incarnation. If we weren't, we have to incarnate so many times. When you teach something, you master it. And this is where you're at. It's time to step up, bite off a little more than you can chew, because the only way to grow to that next level, Gemini, is stepping up and out, learning as you go. Don't be afraid to have to take that extra marketing class or perhaps that Toasters, what is it, what they teach, learn how to do speeches. It's you going out there, honing your skills through application, Gemini. You have it with the Nine of Swords and the Six of Cups. you know, sometimes we have these insecurities from our childhood. I mean, who doesn't? You know, we think shoulda, coulda, what if I mess up? We overthink, overanalyze, my little air sign you. You know, we think of the worst case scenarios. Honey, we all got it, you know? So, but again, fears aren't real. They feel very real, Gemini. Real, but they're not real. And it's really time to step up and forward because the emotional fulfillment, the depth, the richness of life and work and relationships, it's at the other end of your comfort zone. I know that's cliche, but it is. And now the expansion's in that area. You have it with the Four of Swords as well. So it's really important. Take it slow. You don't have to rush it, Gemini. Meditate, pray on it, sleep on it, think twice, but take a step. Take a step and moving on up, putting yourself out there because you have gifts, you know, and how are you going to help lead other people or inspire other people with your words, with your work, with your talents? If you're a little scared to put yourself out there, you know? No, you're not going to please everybody, Gemini. So roll with it. You got it. All right, Cancers. God, it's been so long since I've done one of these. I feel like, God, I don't even know. I don't even know how long. All right, Cancer, let's see what this full moon energy holds for you. Take a deep breath, ground out. I swear, 8 of Cups, 444, it's been coming out. Get clarity on that. Okay. All right, Cancers, Ace of Swords, 10 of Cups, 10 of Coins, Ace of Wands, the Life Experience card, Knight of Wands, 3 of Wands, 7 of Wands, 8 of Cups, 2 of Swords, and the Balance card. All right. You know what, Cancers? I'm proud of you. So Ace of Swords, what you're really been focusing on, Cancer, is harmony and stability in your relationships, familial and romantic friendships, and your home. You know, financially, not having to worry. So you've been really implementing new ideas in order to do this. A lot of you have jumped into new careers or new jobs. Now, granted, lots of you guys have done this. It's different, it's new, but at the end of the day, you're doing it so you can save money, so you can move out or pay off those bills, so there's not so much stress and strain on the relationships, not just romantic in your family, with kids, with siblings, whoever you live with. But really the focal point has been trying to take action and implement ideas in order to sustain both of these worlds. It reminds me of like you work in order to live. You don't live in order to work, you know? But understand, guys, this is coming with a beautiful lesson. Whenever you have a life experience card, you're having these revelations that's causing you to really get up off your ass, Cancer. Now, I'm not saying you're sitting on it, but let me give you an example. Maybe you've had this business idea. Maybe you've been trying to open up that Etsy shop for like a year and a half. Maybe you wrote that manuscript, but you never submitted it to a publishing company. Maybe you're like, you've been kind of like half-assy on some things. And I get it, because when we're creatives or when we have these ideas, motivation comes and goes. But now, as you are getting jobs, paying bills, working on the family, you're realizing like, you know what? I need to get on this. I need to get on this. I need to bring this to fruition, because the level of financial security, I don't want to feel stressed. Maybe I don't want to be at an 8 to 5. Maybe I want to make a living and do things and find and have more time with family, or have more time in my home, because I have a different kind of lifestyle brought about by different professions, jobs, and incomes. Knight of Wands, 3 of Wands, 7 of Wands. I mean, Cancer, after this full moon, you are going to be on it. I mean, you're going to be going after it with a passion. So let's say you got a job recently, right? And it's different, it's new, but it's not really what you want to do. What better motivator is that? Like, okay, I really know that this isn't the way I want to live my life. And so I really got to get on the aspects, the dreams, the visions, ideas, and things, and put them into play. And you have with the 3 of Wands. This would tell me that you've already done some of the legwork on this, Cancer. Like I said, got some research started, got like the basics done, but haven't really went full-fledged. So as you move forward and you're planning and you're putting things into action, you're aligning with a manifestation that has already been sent into process, which is awesome, because now you're aligning and pulling it in. You have it with the 7 of Wands, so be very strict with yourself, because you know, it's like on a Monday, you're like, I'm gonna go to the gym all week, or I'm gonna really work on that project, and then it starts to like fiddle out, you know, or on Thursday. No. Have confidence, stand strong, don't allow yourself to get waylaid, have those boundaries, don't settle, keep moving forward. You also have the 8 of Cups. Everyone's having the 8 of Cups of this full moon. Because at the end of the day, guys, we all have this desire for deep love and satisfaction in our lives, with ourselves, with our work, and our spirituality, and our relationships. The 2 of Swords and balance. And for you, Cancer, it's about stop procrastinating. The 2 of Swords is when we procrastinate because we overanalyze and we overthink and we can't come to a solution or a decision. And when you have it with the balance card, the universe is like, look, you don't have to have all your ducks in a row. You don't have to have all the answers, the how-to, or the money. But let's compromise. What do we have to work with, and how can we move forward? Let's find balance. There's divine timing in these things. Cancer, I'm excited because it's really going to give you like this to really get things done and nail it this time. And we all have that, right? We all have those things, we have projects that are all left undone. But what a beautiful motivation that it's your relationships, that it's a sense of stability and peace that you want to really put in the legwork, you know, short-term sacrifice for long-term gain. And I think this is going to be wonderful for you, Cancer. So good luck on that, and early congratulations. Leos, my Leos, that is my rising. Whew, and we just entered Leo's season. So happy birthday to all my Leos out there. Get this energy moving. It is hot. I even have the air conditioning on. It is hot. I don't know how it is where you're at, but in Cali, in Southern Cali, it's sweaty. It's real sweaty. All right, Leos, let's get started. All right. I hope we're doing good on time here. Ooh, I'm like, I have the air conditioning on. My poor dog, he's back here. He's probably sweating bullets. Actually, dogs don't sweat, but he's probably really hot. Okay, Leos, let's take a deep breath in. Let's ground out. And let's see what this full moon guidance has for you. All right, we have the Magician, the High Priestess, 7 of Swords, 6 of Wands, Lovers. The clarity card is the King of Swords, Knight of Swords, Knight of Coins, Queen of Coins, Knight of Swords. Leos, I feel you. So the Magician and the High Priestess, this is finally, Leos, about following your gut, your body. So many have been feeling like this doesn't feel right, this needs to change, or like this no longer serves. I know that this pattern, this habit, this lifestyle, I need to change it in some way. And you have it with the 7 of Swords, the 6 of Wands. Now we have the Lovers here, but in this case, it has to do with career, our intellect, how we express. The universe is having us go back to the drawing board, Leo. Whenever you have the 7 of Swords, it's like, all right, the way we approach things might have worked in the past, but now it's not working. We have to revise our goals. We have to revise not just the direction, but how do we want to attain? How do we want to live? How do we want to grow? What are the next projects we really want to have? Change is the only constant. So it only stands to reason that lifestyles, goals, work, creativity is going to evolve too. So we're having, with this full moon, a bit of a pause. So if this week you felt a little bit like in this floating in like this emotional consternation, it's normal. The universe is like, all right, you probably are feeling it in your body, Leos. I know I have on health, our health, achiness, tiredness. It's really important that we, number one, honor our bodies, honor our gut, honor our intuition, that this doesn't feel good, that this doesn't feel right. And before we jump into any new projects, agreements, any new job, business, creative ventures, we have to pull back and be like, all right, I need to take in stock and perhaps listen to some mentors or teachers on how do I approach this next phase of my life? How do I want to work? How do I want to communicate? How do I want to be creative? What is my legacy? Now I'm in a different space. What kind of lifestyle do I want? Because perhaps the way you're doing something is no longer serving you. It doesn't make it wrong, but things need to change. So then you have the Six of Wands. Then it's boom, off we go, Leo. Just out the gate, creating, completing projects. But we want to make sure that the macro vision of our life is clear, so that when we take micro steps, we're actually moving in that direction. You have it with the Lovers. This is about doing things that are deeply important to us, things that deeply matter, because you have it with the King of Swords here. It's about loving what you do, the level of professionalism you put into something, how you lead, how you communicate, how you take stock of things, and how you delegate. We want to do it from a heart space, not just the bottom line, not just meeting quotas and finances, not just how I look, not just what I have. Those are empty at the end of the day. And I shouldn't say that. We're all different. But for this is about really stepping into our power, because we're stepping into our self-love and the love of what we do, how we do it, how it serves, how it expresses, how it creates. And then you have it with the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Coins. The reason the universe wants us to really step back and revamp our vision for our life and how we're going to go about it is because once we're out the gate, Knight of Swords, Knight of Coins, we're just going to be boom, 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 buckling down, working hard, creating, honoring those commitments to ourselves and to our ideals and to our goals. You have it with the Queen of Coins. This is an incredible time of financial security and growth, of course, with the Queen of Coins. Always be smart with your money, Leo. No crazy splurging. But this is about being sensible. You have it with the Nine of Swords. So I feel like for a lot of Leos, a lot of the motivation previously in our careers or in our creative endeavors or in our projects, it stemmed from stress. It stemmed from lack, shoulda, coulda, woulda. What if this doesn't work out? What if this doesn't happen? I better take that double shift. I better keep this or whatever. But the Nine of Swords, as much as we might think negative, 99% of things ain't going to happen. Now, we can create self-fulfilling prophecies, but now it's a time to create and to work from a space of self-love and service. It's a time and to do it from a space that's meaningful, not just a means. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. Please understand me, but it's very draining. So now universe is like, okay, how can I actually work smarter, not harder? How can I actually create so that I'm actually happy, not drained and tired? How can I actually move forward and attain things in a way that excites me now, that I'm excited about and inspired about, because now I'm not so motivated with this anymore? How am I evolving? This is wonderful. So take the time, journal. I like getting a whiteboard and just like writing everything down, or even just like a big poster board. You can go to like Dollar Tree and get those and just write it out. Like, okay, this is what I want. This is kind of lifestyle. These are the hours. This is what I want to do. This is the legacy, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, how can I revamp this? My health, how can I integrate my spirituality? All these things. And with that game plan, go with it, Leo. All right. We have Virgo. I'm super excited. Whew. Is anybody else sweating? Because I just feel like we're on the sun right now. Whew. God, 28 minutes in and we're only on Virgo. I forgot how long these can take. It's okay. Let's do this. Virgo, everybody just take a deep breath in. Ground out. And let's see what this new or full moon energy has in store for you. All right, let's do this. 10 of Cups, the Hermit. Clarity card on the Hermit is the Death card and the 10 of Swords. 8 of Coins, Page of Wands, 2 of Wands, 5 of Coins, the Balance card, 9 of Coins, Knight of Swords. Virgos, recently you might have just been a little bit more introverted, or just more with family, more with close friends and important relationships, because you really were shifting spiritually, energetically, emotionally, sometimes we got to pull away from all of this to heal, to find alignment again, to find self discovery, to meditate, to really think about stuff. You have it with the Death card and the Ten of Swords. There was a lot of releasing for you, Virgo, ending of phases. You might have had just this epiphany is like, I don't want this anymore, or this attachment no longer serves me, this mindset no longer serves me, this codependent habits. So when I say codependent, it's not just relationships. It can be with food, it can be alcohol, it can be sweets, it can be Netflix. Whatever these codependent relationships that were helping me to numb in order to cope. And the only reason you needed to cope is because you were holding on to all that shit. Now you're like, I don't need to hold on to it. I don't need to carry it with me. That's actually not who I am. I wrapped my identity in it. And that's why I suffered a bit. But because it really wasn't me. We identify with so much conditioning and it's not truth. So really ending that, having a very spiritual transformation, Virgo, and that's going to look different for everybody. Having spiritual transformation is not always in a cave in meditation. It can be that breakdown on the bathroom floor. It can be on top of that mountain that took you 5 hours to hike. It can be in the quiet of night. It's just this moment of clarity and resolution, Eight of Coins, Page of Wands, Two of Wands. This is going to affect your work, your educational pursuits. For you, Virgo, it looks like you want to take a new route in regards to your passions and opportunities. When you have an Eight of Coins, it could be in the field of education, or you could be going back to school in some form. You can be teaching in some form. You can be taking more certifications or licensures, because you're going to be pursuing a new collaboration in this environment. So whether you're doing it in an educational environment or you're going back to education to pursue a new career, this is really exciting. Maybe some of the stresses of your work, maybe it's of the lifestyle. But I love the Two of Wands because while it is career, it's coming into your own and it's collaborating and working with people or groups or corporations that really share your vision and your long-term goals, and they help support you and get through there. You have the Five of Coins with the Balance card. I mean, I understand your concerns, Virgo. You're like, what if it doesn't work out? I've been doing X, Y, and Z for 10 years. What if I do this and I don't like it? And what if my finances are insecure? What if I can't do this? Okay, let's put the brakes back a little bit. Understandable. You have it with the Balance card though. One step at a time. You don't have to accomplish or everything in a single day. Let's look at what we can do. You might be like, I don't have so much time. Relax. What do you have time for? Can you come to a middle ground with your spouse or your roommates or your family so that you can pursue this? Or is there help that you can ask for? When you have the Five of Coins, there's help around you, Virgo, that you can actually help. There's people to support you, whether financially, watching the kids, emotionally, just hearing you out. You have a lot of support. So it's really important for you to find balance and moderation in your life right now as you try to transition out. You have the Nine of Coins with the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Coins, it's success. Are you going to work hard in this new endeavor? Absolutely. You're a hard worker. But it's all the financial success. It's even the card of entrepreneurship. So some Virgos out there, whatever job you might be having, you might actually be a subcontractor, an independent contractor, could be your own business. The way you get paid could be a little more independent versus a regular employee. But regardless, there's a lot more freedom to your work than there was before. And you have it with the Knight of Swords. Go after it, Virgo. Be decisive and just go after it. I know I'm talking to someone who loves to overanalyze and overthink, but as best you can, let's be logical. Do I like where I'm at? No. Am I happy? No. Does this sound great? Yes. Is it an option? Yes. Can I pursue it? Yes. Boom. Logic. Move with it. Emotions just make things more complicated. And this is coming from a Scorpio, Aries, Leo. So I understand it. I understand it. All right, Libras. Let's see. Am I even halfway? Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo. Virgo. So yeah, I'm halfway. 33 minutes and I'm halfway. Okay. All right, Libras. I'm sorry, I'm putting my leg up here. I'm just hot. Whew. All right. Libras, let's see what this full moon has in store for you. Take a deep breath. Ground out. Let's see. This is a bit wonky. I hope you guys don't mind really quickly. I'm just going to turn up my air conditioner because you're going to see me sweat and I don't want you to see that. Okay. Page of Wands, life experience card, the renewal card, 7 of Wands, the death card, 8 of Swords, 6 of Swords, 6 of Cups, the Fool, 4 of Wands, 4 of Coins. My beautiful Libras. I always think of my best friend, she's a double Libra. All right, let's get started here. You guys really are feeling a passion and move to go after what's just giving you life, Libra, and I don't blame you. You're going after opportunities, experiences, bouldering in Colorado, let's do it. What? Ziplining over here? Let's take that opportunity? Yes. And why is this, Libra? Because you're having a huge shift in the direction of your life. Whenever you have a life experience card with the renewal card, it's a deep revelation. There's something that could be happening. Now, what's huge to one person isn't exactly big to another, but that's nobody's business. When it comes to life experience card, there's this revelations that leads to this incredible change in you, Libra. It's this endings of the old. Now, I'm not going to lie, this full moon has probably been a bit heavy for you, but I think it's because what's dying away, what you're releasing, what you're moving away from, it has a lot to do with your own mechanisms, your own defensiveness, your own limited thinking. We all have something that keeps us stuck because for some reason we feel it's going to protect us or save us. And maybe it has, maybe it did in the past, but now it's just inhibiting you. You are deciding to move in new directions in your life. Maybe you're moving from into a more mature lifestyle, or maybe what is mature, but you're moving in a direction that allows you to have a foundation. You're moving in a direction that allows you to have new experiences and options. When you have it, the 7 of Wands with the death card and the 8 of Swords, this is a huge end of phase of life, Libra. I really want to just throw it, really impress upon you what's dying, what's leaving, what's being changed or transformed is very big and it's very heavy because it's not just a way of life, it's a way of living, it's how we see, it's a new direction. And that's like a big dump. It's like moving from one house to just like, you know what? Leave everything in that house. I'm going to move to this house and I'm going to incorporate new colors and styles and energies and feeling and transformation. It's sometimes we can't recycle the old. We can't take it with us, make it better, somehow make it fit. It doesn't fit. And sometimes we're hard pressed to hold on to it because it's our safety zone. It's our safety net. We feel it's wrapped up in our identity and who we are, but it's not who you are, Libra. It's who you needed to be in order to survive. And now we're somebody different. It's you wanting to move in new directions. 8 of Swords, 6 of Swords. Don't be afraid to leave that. I know I'm speaking like super simple, but the 8 of Swords it's an illusion. You're not stuck. You're not trapped. The limitations are purely mental, and you're moving away from this really heavy time. 6 of Swords. This is the land after a storm, light at the end of the tunnel. You're really moving away. Now, for some Libra, some of you guys may be taking trips. You might be traveling a bit to kind of just refresh yourself, go travel somewhere new. And that's what I'm saying with Page of Wands. You guys are just taking opportunities for experience. And why? Because you're learning as you go. You're recognizing who you are, who you want to be, who you're not anymore. That's how I feel when I'm dancing. I dance to lose myself and to find myself. And this is what you're doing, Libra. You're traveling. You're taking these experiences. Because in a way, it's a funeral and a rebirth for you, Libra. And you're healing old things, old relationships, 6 of Cups, old childhood things. And you're starting brand new with the Fool. 4 of Wands, 4 of Coins. If you want, don't be afraid of this change. Don't be afraid of investing in this change. Don't be stubborn with it, Libra. Because 4 of Wands is working hard to release yourself from these burdensome situations to create a foundation of contentment and success and happiness, a home, marriage for some. But it comes with the dying of the old. And I feel like for Libra, there's going to be a lot of little funerals along the way. I don't mean that literally. Could it be? But it's more about you and the renewal of your life and the things that you kind of have to release. Some people like to do it very ceremonially. I like to write it down and burn it. Everybody's different. And what better day to do that, Libra, than on a full moon? Completions. Giving you guys lots of hugs. All right, Scorpio, my sun sign. I love my Scorpios. I think sometimes we get such bad raps, Oh my God. People are like, oh, Scorpios. We're badass. I think. I might be biased. All right, my beautiful Scorpios, let's get started. Let's take a deep breath in, guys. I know there's been such a huge emphasis in our home and our lifestyles and foundations here. So just take some time. I want you to close your eyes, Scorpios. Take a deep breath. Release any kind of tension or stress. And let's see what this full moon guidance has for you. Okay, let's do this. 7 of Cups, 4 of Coins, 3 of Swords, 2 of Cups, 9 of Coins, 9 of Wands, the Sun, Ace of Wands, 8 of Swords, the Lovers, and the Life Experience card. All right, Scorpios. So many of you are afraid to do what you feel you need to do. Whenever we have 7 of Cups, your emotions are making things way more complex. I am preaching. I understand it. But the thing is, it's because you're afraid. 4 of Coins is when we're afraid of change. So what do? We watch more Netflix, or we go on Amazon and buy stuff, and we do things to make us feel good in the moment. But the 7 of Cups is saying, the universe is saying, it's time, my loves. It's time to make a decision and move forward with it. You have it with the 3 of Swords and the 2 of Cups. The 3 of Swords is a lot of pain. Some of these decisions are very painful. And so, of course, it's not easy. But is the pain really what you think it is, Scorpio? You have it with the 2 of Cups, so it can be relationships, it can be romantic relationships. Understand, soulmates are not all romantic. They can be family members, they can be friends, they can be collaborators. But there's old pain here. There's old pain in relationships that really needs to heal. And how is it going to heal, guys? It's going to heal because we decide not to move backwards. We decide to move forwards. So when I say move backwards, it's not making decisions, staying in situations that are toxic or unhealthy, staying in environments or in relationships that perpetuate old cycles of pain, old belief systems that we've outgrown. That's taking steps back. That's the difference between knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge is, I know this doesn't feel good, but I'm doing it. And wisdom's like, I'm not going to do it. I call it the carousel shit show. I'm sure many of you guys heard me say it. It's like, I'm going to jump back on this ride. It ain't going anywhere, but it's a ride. And it's time to heal. It's time to forgive. It's time to let go so that your relationships can actually grow deeper, Scorpio. So that your relationships can actually be healthier. Because the 2 of Cups doesn't just represent soulmates and relationships. It represents bonds that deepen through conflict resolution. But if you insist on holding on to defenses, belief systems, anger, pain, you can only go so deep and you can only go so far. And it's not anybody's responsibility but our own to heal that. Now, I'm a big proponent of therapy. I'm a big proponent of life coaching, of healing. And we could do that for ourselves, but we can only do so much. You know, healers need healers. You have the 9 of Coins and the 9 of Wands. You've worked so damn hard, Scorpio, financially, with your work, with your business. 9 of Wands, you stayed determined. You stayed the course. You fought the good freaking fight. And here you are. So the universe is saying, stand your ground, my love. You've worked hard. You've worked long. You're not going to do this tango of 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. No, you stand your ground or you move forward. The light is here. A few more steps. You have the Sun. These are brilliant outcomes because you stay determined, because that last little bit, honey, you did it. And sometimes the idea of something is way scarier than actually doing it. You have it with the Ace of Wands and the 8 of Swords. On some level, your emotional world is really inhibiting your work and opportunities, Scorpio. And if you've been with me long enough, you've heard me say it, that your financial world and your emotional world, they mirror each other. Why? Because it's worth. Financial worth, self-worth, or emotional worth, the universe just hears worth. So we're not feeling valued or we're sad or feeling yucky in our relationships. Our work is also going to be compounded. Does it have to be horrible? No, but we can feel stressed, strained, overworked, tired. We're trying to look for outlets or different creative opportunities that are not really there. So really, by making decisions to heal these old wounds and whatever that means for you, whether releasing a relationship, stepping back, going to get that therapy or that healing to just finally be done with it, not only is it going to help your relationships on a whole so you can actually deepen and ascend to a new experience in relationships, but it's also going to open up the limitations in your creativity, in your work, and in your opportunities. You have the Lovers with the life experience card. This is a huge lesson for you, Scorpio, for all of us. And we learn the most in relationships. People will say, well, why does this keep happening? Or why is this such a struggle? It's not meant to be. It's meant, what we're struggling with is the changes necessary that we have to make, right? Just like the gym, I can't even get myself to the gym. It's a struggle. Why? Because we tend to resist what we most need to do. And that's the pain. That's the struggle right there. This, you have life experience card. This is, sometimes you're meant to have this so that you can have this revelation of like, I don't want to do this, or I'm done with this. I don't want to like deal with this anymore. I don't want to live like this anymore. And then boom, and you're going to see that the blessings far, far outweigh everything else, Scorpio. So I send you my love in that. All right, Sagittarius. Let's do this. We're getting there. How are all my Saggies doing? It's my sister. All right, my beautiful Sagittarius, let's just take a deep breath in. And for one moment in the day, let's just ground out and take space for you. And let's see what this full moon guidance has in store for you. Okay, Sagittarius, Ace of Wands, Six of Wands, Seven of Coins, Knight of Coins, Two of Wands, Five of Swords, the Hangman, the Empress, Page of Coins, the Death card, and the Page of Wands. All right. First things first. Okay, Sagittarius, some energy after this full moon. There has been a lot of work and investment in your home. There's been a lot of work and investment in your creative endeavors. Whenever we have the Ace of Wands and the Six of Wands, you guys are looking to expand or looking to move in new direction in regards to your success and achievement. You're spending a lot of energy. It could be finances and time. In your financial world. So example of this can be, maybe some of you guys are working really hard on your side hustle or getting that creative office in your work going. You guys are looking to pursue new avenues in regards to creativity and achievement for financial gain too. And it's not just about the creative aspects, it's so that we can hone our skills, we can be successful in this area. It's going to take some time, Sagittarius, and I know my Sagittarius love to start 5 million things and they finish like half of them because you're so creative and you like learning a bunch of different things and traveling and doing all this wonderful stuff. So stay the course here. You have a really great opportunity in your career and in your finances to really move up and forward, Sagittarius. And you've kind of probably been wanting that. Maybe you're like, I don't want to be at a desk. I want to be in this position of leadership so I can be creative, where I can actually move up, where I can actually have some kind of creative power or say in how things are done. And if you're not getting that, Sagittarius, and you're going to create that, okay? Because Nine of Coins is about working hard, but also a lot of financial gain, a lot of financial success from that hard work that even allows you to have a lifestyle that provides a lot of quiet time or luxury and really more you time. Is it going to require energy? Absolutely. Now you have it with the Two of Wands, so this can be a promotion. So you'd have to sign like a new contract. This can be collaborations with other people, other businesses or clients or vendors, or it could just be a new career entirely that shares your same outlook and kind of drive and motivation, your creative vision. You have it with the Five of Swords, the Hangman, and the Empress. This is a separate sector here for you, Sagittarius. They're talking about a lot of perspectives that have probably come about through some hard lessons in regards to, it could be children, it can be pregnancy, it can be anything that you've birthed, maybe opportunities, maybe you might have people around you that aren't very supportive or been very critical, or the experiences have definitely been a learning curve, but it's a learning curve so that you can look at things differently, have a different perspective so that you can actually do things differently, and you have it with the Page of Coins and the Page of Wands. This experience wasn't meant to stop you, Sagittarius. Not at all. Don't allow the negativity of the experience, the criticisms, or just the environment to keep you down. You're having this experience with creation, whether of your own physical making or of your own creative making, so that you can reroute, approach it differently. Sometimes we need to have some of those quote unquote failures or disappointments so that we can realize, you know what? I got to take this in a different way, or I got to do this with different people, or I got to, approach this in a way that allows me to be more supported, or however. It was a learning curve for you, Sagittarius, but we all get them, right? So you're meant to kind of release that experience. Don't hold on to it. And then Page of Wands, bam, out the gate again. Like, all right, I'm going to go after it again. Maybe I might try getting pregnant again, or maybe I'm going to start this business again, but now I'm smarter, I'm wiser, I'm going to do it like this. I'm not going to share my ideas with these people because they're just critical, things like that. This is a beautiful energy of investment, of growth, of creativity, of financial success, and of perhaps some hard learning curves, but so that we can pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and try it again from the space of wisdom and experience, Sagittarius. You got this. All right, Capricorns, we are almost there. Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. I don't think I missed anybody. It's been a while. My beautiful Caps. My hardworking, hilarious Caps. I have a very good cat friend. She cracks me up. I love her. Okay. Audrey, if you're watching, I love you. Okay. My beautiful Capricorns, take a deep breath. Ground out, guys. And let's see what this full moon guidance has for you. All right, Caps, the Fool, the Ace of Cups, the Page of Coins, the Six of Wands, the Sun, the Empress, Three of Coins, Four of Wands, Five of Swords, and Knight of Wands. All right, guys, Capricorns, this is awesome. This is a resurgence for any Capricorns that are in a relationship. This is a resurgence, a new path in your relationships. When you start out with the Fool, you guys are kind of heading down new territory, but in a direction you actually want to go. So when you walk in faith, you don't have all your ducks in a row. You don't know how it's going to turn around or turn out. Capricorn, is probably irks you a little bit because you like to check and double check and make sure that things are going to be okay. But some of you guys might be buying new homes. You guys might be moving on your own or with loved ones, or you guys might be starting a new romantic relationship. Now, you are in a very healthy, already established relationship. Again, this is a resurgence of your relationship, and you have it with the Page of Coins. With the Six of Wands, what are you guys, probably a lot of Capricorns have gone through some hurdles in the past month or so. And what are you doing now? You kind of worked through it, and now you're with the Page of Coins. This is good news financially too, Capricorn. Maybe you got that loan to buy that house, the financing that you needed to start that business or to start out in some way. But you're also Page of Coins is also kind of honing your skills, honing your lessons. You guys went through some stuff and now you're implementing it. Six of Wands, the Sun, Capricorn, you're going to be moving forward. If you had a pause, it is done. It's about moving forward. Six of Wands, it's like next project, next. So if you felt like a little bit of a halt with this energy, it's like boom, 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 boom. Like, we got the money, we're buying the house, we're making these moves, or work, or things are finally moving around. The Sun is these brilliant outcomes because you stayed the course, Capricorn. You tried your best to stay positive and to have confidence in yourself. And now you're being blessed that roads are opening up, opportunities, love is moving forward. And now you have an opportunity too to implement your lessons, right? So for some of those Capricorns that are entering a new relationship, you're like, okay, I'm going to practice more patience, better communication, things like that as I move forward. You have the Empress with the Three of Coins. Now, the Empress, of course, can represent pregnancy for some of you. So any Capricorns that are trying to get pregnant, trying to start a family of your own, you should be hearing good news after this full moon. So congratulations. But if you also have it with the Three of Coins, so some of you Capricorns, this can be a birth of an idea. This is great career, professional, and creative growth. So you're giving birth to these ideas that you have, but you're working in collaboration with other people. So whatever this is, Capricorn, you're not doing it alone. So maybe you're starting a business and you have a friend who's a really good web designer, they're helping you with that. You have another friend or collaborator over here who's really good at photography, so they're doing the pictures for your stuff. It's teamwork in regards to birthing your reality, these lavish dreams that you have, Capricorn, and they're coming to fruition. You have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands represents marriage as well. Some of this Capricorn, I mean, relationships are really flowering for you guys. Be marriage, it can be home sharing, buying a home. Congratulations to those Capricorns who are buying a home. And this is really about an incredibly abundant and peaceful time in your life. You worked hard. You worked real hard, Capricorn. Now all of a sudden it's going to be like, poof, like things are flowing. Do not allow like, this is too good to be true. I'm waiting for the shoe to drop. What if something else goes wrong? I'm going to check you right there, Capricorn. You better stop that. Get away from the negative thinking. You know, don't allow certain situations or other people's fears or projections on your dreams or ideas or your happiness to ruin that. Keep it to yourself. And why do you even have those people in your life anyways? And then you have the Knight of Wands. This is a time to go after everything passionately, Capricorn. This is not the little careful goat stepping. You know, it's like, gallop. Let's go at it. Let's get this done. Let's get this going. Let's get this moving. I'm so happy for you, Capricorns. Oh, what a good energy after this full moon, kind of coming to this completion of some form. So good luck to you guys. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Don't worry so much. Okay. Aquarius. This is in your sign, this full moon. So, whoo. I don't know. This full moon energy has definitely felt my dreams. Oh my gosh. My dreams have been off the charts. Has anybody else's dreams been like intense? Like crazy, vivid, intense. I mean, I dream every night, but it's been unique, to say the least. Okay, my beautiful Aquariuses, let's just take a moment to take a deep breath. Let's ground out really quick. Let's focus, and let's see what this full moon energy and the guidance has for you. Okay, Aquarius, Eight of Coins, Six of Cups, Clarity card is the Eight of Swords, Page of Wands, Two of Coins, the Hermit, King of Coins, Three of Cups, Five of Coins, 10 of Cups. All right, Aquarius, what a beautiful time of learning and growth and pushing past old fears and childhood limitations for the sake of your own success, Aquarius. We have the Eight of Coins. So a lot of Aquariuses, you guys are just doubling down in terms of learning. Eight of Coins is about skillful work. Some of you might be going back to school. You might be taking that course. You might it doesn't have to be traditional school. It can be all kinds of schools. You really are doing the work in order to kind of move forward from your limitations. So when you have it with the Six of Cups and the Eight of Swords, it's our past. It's the insecurities of our past, the fearfulness, I can't do it, you know, because of the things we've been through since childhood. So understand, Aquarius, you're not alone in this, but all these things that you're learning in order to grow, in order to go after what you're passionate about, to make a living from, it is going to trigger those insecurities. It's going to trigger the past. It's going to trigger all those things that made you feel stuck or trapped mentally. We could have had abusive households. We could have had people that didn't support us. We could have had very critical environments or conditional love. I can name a million things. But what's important, Aquarius, is right now that you're growing, you're learning about yourself, you're learning all the skills and the tools necessary to be successful, to go after your passion, to go after your vision. Even though you don't know where it's going to go, success or not success, you're willing to just embrace these new exciting opportunities because you feel passionate about it. If you hit a challenge, you'll handle it when you get there, and you're pushing past those limitations, past those ideas of comfort. You know, it's like, this is the area that I tend to work in. And now you're pushing past that. And how are you doing it? By thinking and having new ideas. Sometimes we just need one example to disprove a theory and you're growing here. Like, you know what? There's so many examples of people that did this and they had it harder or they have these limitations. So I'm going to go after it. Two of coins. Now you are going to be pretty busy around this time, Aquarius. You're going after some things. There's going to be a lot of things on your plate. You're going to be very tempted to pull in on yourself and be alone a lot. Do your thing. I know a lot of air signs, they could just stare at a wall for like 2 hours and they're like enjoying it. They're just like in their world, you know? And for you guys, there's going to be a lot going on, a lot of opportunity between training and exciting opportunities and work and responsibilities. There's going to be a lot of juggling. So yes, make sure you're resting, make sure you're grounding yourself, that you're not feeling too mentally overwhelmed. You have it with the King of Coins here. Aquarius, whatever it is you are learning, whatever opportunities you are embracing, this is moving you into a place of financial freedom, of more opportunities for expansion, for more success. As you do this, as you grow in confidence in yourself, not on a personal level, on an intellectual level, on a professional level, this will attract a lot more opportunities that reflect this new sense of self-worth. You have the Three of Cups. There's going to be some really good news coming your way, Aquarius, whether it's in a job, promotion, finances. All this hard work is not in vain. You have it with the Five of Coins and the Ten of Cups. You're kind of moving from this place, Aquarius, of feeling a little bit alone to now be surrounded by family, by people who love you, recognizing that you are supported, recognizing that you are loved, recognizing that you're not alone, that you don't have to do this alone, that the struggle is not singular. We're a tribal people, we're a pack people. And you're kind of moving from this space of victimhood or always having to hold everything up to moving to a place of opportunity and support. And you have the Ten of Cups, it tends to be family or friends or an environment that is very supportive and loving, and really learning how to receive that, Aquarius, learning how to receive it and be supportive and let it go a little bit. I love this because while on the outside it's very financially successful and in terms of opportunity, it's great. What's really happening is an incredible transformation, incredible internal transformation of feeling stuck or trapped or lacking in some way that made us kind of hurt and feel alone, to really recognizing our potential and our worth, and that being reflected in the opportunities and the people in our lives, Aquarius. So enjoy that. All right, Pisces. Last but definitely not least, let's do this. How are my beautiful Pisces? Take a deep breath, guys. Ground it out, Pisces. Allow yourself to just, even if it's just for the next couple minutes as we do this reading for you. All right. It's still hot. Let's just focus really quickly. Ground out and let's see what this full moon guidance has for you. Yes, Pisces, yes. The renewal card, 10 of Coins, 10 of Cups, 8 of Swords, the Chariot, Ace of Coins, 8 of Coins, the Balance card. Yes, Pisces, what a wonderful time. Your life is moving in incredible new directions and experiences in regards to your finances and your relationships. If you struggled with work, you should have found it by now, or you're going to be finding it. Your relationships are also going to be taken off. There's going to be more harmony, more time with those you love, more stability in your life. And the reason this is happening is because there's going to be an uptick in your financial world. It should have already kind of been taking place, Pisces, but don't worry if it hasn't, it'll be coming in. You're moving in new directions, and the motivation, I forget who had something very similar to this. I feel like it was Cancer. It's almost like you had this revelation, and I don't want to call it revelation. You kind of stopped and evaluated your life, Pisces. Like, okay, where am I at? I don't want to jump from job to job. I really want a career, or I really want a job that's stable so I can buy a house, or I really want to have more time with family, or really build my relationships. So how can I do this? And really a lot of that stability, inner stability, that word came in your professional arena. So right now, a lot of you have the Chariot. A lot of you are going to be experiencing career achievement, forward and upward movement, recognition from your peers and your higher ups. Why? Because you're learning structure, you're learning discipline, you're learning willpower. And you have the Eight of Swords here too. So you're actually building your confidence. We could have had some jobs that were menial and made us feel like, man, like, what am I doing? Or this is all there is, or something like that. But these new job, Ace of Coins, it's not only just a really promising business venture with a good income to help you get going. It's also helping you to work on your confidence. Like, I got this. I can do this. I can lead. I can direct. I can handle this project. And you have the Eight of Coins. So most of you Pisces, you're going to be learning on the job. Eight of Coins, you're going to be learning as you go. This job is going to pay for your training. It's going to be paying for you learning how the applications, procedures. So you're going to learn as you go there. Pisces, don't be like, oh my God, I've never done this. That's why they're training you. Okay. But what's most important, Pisces, as this new opportunity and your confidence and your finances are rising and you're feeling good financially, feeling stable, your relationships are thriving. Please remember balance, Pisces. A work-life balance. You're in a highly empathic sign. You're a highly sensitive sign to emotions and environment. So if you're in a job, even if you love it, if it's very intense or loud or busy, make sure you make time for your own healing, for your own release, and your own decompression. Netflix is not decompression. That's distraction. Decompression is when we can actually take some breath and just release the weight from our body. Seesaw baths, go ground outside, have that tea, journal, and get the stress out. Make sure there's a beautiful balance so you don't get overwhelmed. Take time for healing, take time for self-reflection and nurturance, and find cooperation and compromise in your life. So you might be working and maybe when you get home, you have to do a lot of stuff. Let's say you have a partner, say, babe, when I get home, I need like 30 minutes to just, right? Or maybe you have more than one job. Make sure you implement a lifestyle that allows for this for you, Pisces, so that you can continue to thrive and to continue to grow. I hope this served you guys. It has been such a long time since I've done Zodiac readings, especially a live one. I hope to serve you guys. I wish you many blessings and healthy completions of cycles on this full moon in Aquarius. And I wish you guys all a beautiful month. It's the weekend. I actually work tomorrow, but it doesn't matter. Enjoy it, guys. Blessings, and I will see you guys next time.